Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on your mat today. I have prepared a flow for us to do that is perfect to do first thing in the morning. This practice will get your circulation going and help you shake the cobwebs out of your head. So let's get started right away in child's pose. I'd like you to take the variation where our knees are at the width of the mat, your big toes are together, palms are on the mat, about shoulder width apart. Slide your hips back over your heels. Draw your forehead down onto the mat. Some nice easy breaths here. And press into your palms. See if you can slide your hips back a little further over your heels. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can bring a pillow or a block underneath your forehead or underneath your hips just to support you. Reaching the fingertips forward even as we're settling the hips back behind us. Melting the heart down towards the mat. Turn your attention to your breath. Feel the breath move across the back body on the inhale. And then sink down into the mat on the exhale. A sense of lightness on the inhale. And a sense of being grounded on the exhale. On your next inhale, float forward to tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders. Lengthen your spine, engage the core, and then we'll move through some cat-cows just to wake up the spine. So always begin the cat-cow sequence with your tailbone. Drawing the tailbone up towards the ceiling, dropping the belly, bringing the heart forward between the shoulders, and then the crown of the head high. Exhaling, turn the tailbone down, round the spine, broaden the shoulders, and drop the crown of the head. Inhaling again to come up. Tailbone comes up. Release the belly. Shoulder blades kiss together and the crown of the head comes high. Feel the movement ride up your spine from the tailbone, curling down again for an angry cat. Stretching the front of the body. Cat belly. One more time each way. And then on your next exhale, turn your toes under, lift the knees up and back, and bring your hips up and back. Drop the heels towards the mat, coming to a downward facing dog. You can move around here. Okay. Swing the hips, pedal the feet. Look up underneath each armpit, releasing the shoulders. Shake your head, let the weight of your head drop. Pressing into your palms, push your hips further back behind you. Tailbone. Turn your tailbone, your sits bones broaden. Nice stretch across the back of the legs, and the heels are reaching for the mat. They might not be touching the mat, but they're reaching for it. Feet are about hip width apart.
Let's take 3 nice breaths here. Inhaling to feel the breath move across the back body. Exhale to sink into this pose. Inhale for lightness. Exhale to feel grounded. One more time, fill the body with air. And a full, complete exhale. On your next inhale, come up high on your toes, bring your shoulders over your wrists, and step your feet forward to the front of the mat. Come to a halfway lift with your back flat, parallel to the ceiling, right out through the crown of your head. So your neck is long, shoulder blades kiss together, fingertips can be on the shins. Now, on your next exhale, find a little bit of that angry cat in your back. Just draw your torso down towards your legs. Nice forward fold. Drop the crown of the head. Soften the knees now. Gaze down at your big toes and keep your shoulders and your head very heavy as you roll your shoulders up over the hips. And then straighten the knees. Bring the crown of the head high. Inhale. Bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then if it feels good for you, you can bring your gaze up between your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center, crown of the head comes high again. Drop your hands down next to your hips. Collapse your shoulders towards one another so that you're collapsing across the collarbones. And then squeeze your shoulders up towards the front of your ears. And then squeeze them back towards the back of your ears. And then roll your shoulders down the back, bringing the points of your shoulder blades down towards your heels. Nice long spine here. Chins tucked slightly into the throat so that you have a nice long neck. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center and then press the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Separate the hands shoulder width apart. Exhale, forward fold. Draw the hands through the midline all the way down, dropping the crown of your head towards the tops of your toes. And then inhale towards a halfway lift. Find that length in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Use your core strength to draw your torso in towards your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Kissing the shoulder blades together, reaching the crown of the head forward, tailbone back behind you. Soften the knees now. Plant your hands and step your feet back to a plank position. So like the top of a push-up. Check here that your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide and you're pressing into your fingertips, the mounds under your knuckles, just as much as you are on your wrists. Shoulders are broad and strong. You're gazing down at the mat so that your neck is long. And then drawing your attention down your spine to your low back. Your low back is sort of puffed up towards the ceiling just a little bit. Scooping the pubic bone in towards the belly button, engaging the core to support the back. Your legs are strong. You can be down on your knees here or up on your toes. Nice big breath in. And then on your exhale, pull your low ribs in together. Feel like you're zipping up a tight corset and draw your hips up and back. Coming to downward facing dog, letting the heels drop down towards the mat. Nice big breath in here. Full complete exhale. Now on your next inhale, float forward to your high plank pose. Lead with your shoulder blades in the back of your head until your shoulders are over the wrists, and then you can bring the crown of the head forward. Exhale, Find your core engagement to draw your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward again. High plank pose. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale and gaze forward between the thumbs. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and draw your feet to your hands, coming right to the halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, dropping the crown of the head. Soften the knees, roll your shoulders up over your hips, and come to stand. Inhale, bring the fingertips high. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, soften the knees, plant the hands, and bring your feet to the back of the mat in a high plank pose, on your toes or on your knees. Gather your breath here on an inhale, and then with an exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat, maintaining your plank all the way. Press the tops of your feet into the mat now, and peel the chest up off the mat, pressing the elbows towards the back of the mat for a baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, curl the toes under and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over the wrists, and bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and roll the shoulders up over the hips. Come to stand. Hands up, look up if that feels good for you. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold all the way down. Inhaling, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward. Find length in the spine. Exhale, soften the knees, plant the hands, bring the feet to the back of the mat in the high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. This time, exhale, curl the toes under and press straight back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, gaze forward between the thumbs. Bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and rise all the way up to stand. Hands up, look up if that feels good for you. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then follow them all the way down. Forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, soften the knees. Bring your fingertips to the mat and step your right foot back towards the back of the mat. Dropping the right knee. Left knee is directly over the left ankle. Scoop the tailbone so that you're getting a little engagement of your core muscles as you draw your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Sinking the hips on the exhale. Bring your fingertips down to the mat, framing the left foot. Come up high on the toes of the right foot and inhale up. Once again, crescent lunge. Sinking the hips. Draw your hands to heart center here and draw your right elbow to the outside of your left knee for a prayer twist. Stay long and strong in the right leg as you press into your palms to bring your heart up next to your thumbs. Gaze wherever it feels good here, down at your big toe, up at the ceiling, across at the wall, whatever feels good. Another breath in here. And then exhale, draw your attention to your left big toe and spiral all the way around. Warrior two, right heel drops to the mat. Hips and shoulders are facing the long edge of the mat. Arms are reaching out shoulder height and you're gazing out over the left fingertips. Draw your left knee over the left big baby toe.
Tailbones turn down, shoulders are relaxed down the back. Pressing into both feet evenly. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to your hips and pivot on that left heel so that all your toes are facing the long edge of your mat. You're going to come to a forward fold. So hands on your hips and hinge forward. Bringing your fingertips underneath your shoulders. And then using your hands to support yourself as you come all the way down. Forward fold. Crown of the head reaches for the floor. Walking your fingertips back forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists. Bring your right hand in next to underneath your face. Your left hand comes out to the side. Keep the hips steady as you draw your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Draw the left hand back down onto the mat. Walk the hands around towards the front of your mat, up high on the toes of your right foot. From here, you can take a vinyasa. You can drop to child's pose, move straight to downward facing dog, or step back to high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down or halfway down. Inhale. Take your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, float over your toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, your shoulders forward, and then your feet forward between your hands. You can walk, step, jump, coming to the halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find some length in the spine as you take that halfway lift, preparing you for doing the next side. Soften the knees, fingertips to the mat, step the right foot back to the back of the mat, dropping the right knee down onto the mat. Inhaling to come all the way up, fingertips reaching for the sky even as the shoulder blades are relaxed down the back, sinking the hips. Nice, easy breathing here. On your next exhale, draw your fingertips to the mat and come up on the toes of the left foot. Inhale, come all the way up to your crescent lunge, sinking the hips. We're long and strong in the left leg. Now it's always an option to drop to the knee on your left side. Hands to heart center. Hinge forward slightly to bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Right elbow comes high. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Drawing your thumbs to your heart. Or drawing your heart to your thumbs. Gaze wherever it's comfortable. Bring your gaze down to your right foot and open all the way up to warrior two. Hips and shoulders are pointed towards the long edge of your mat. Gazing towards your towards your right middle finger. Sinking the hips. Drawing the right knee over the right baby toe. So opening the hip. Hands come to the hips. Straighten the right knee and pivot on the right ankle to come all the way forward in a forward fold. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, nice flat back. Now you can take the same option as we did last time and just drop to a forward fold, or you can bring your thumbs to your sacrum. Interlace the fingers.
Roll the elbows back, roll the shoulders back. See how straight you can make your elbows become. And then give yourself a forward fold. Dropping the crown of the head towards the floor. Nice, easy breathing. Whether you're in the forward fold or in the forward fold with your hands down, stay nice and relaxed. Release the hands, bring the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Draw the left hand in so that it's just underneath your face. Right hand comes out to the side, palm facing down. And from here, keeping the hips stable, draw the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Chest is facing over towards the right. Drawing the right hand back down onto the mat or the floor. Walk your fingertips around towards the center. Bring your hands to your palms on the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. High plank pose. On the toes or on the knees. Lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale. Back bend. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, use your core. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze forward between the thumbs. Hinge forward. Bring your shoulders over your wrists and step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Rise all the way up to stand. Hands up. Look up if that feels good for you. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shut your eyes. Feel your breath moving across your fingertips. Your heart beating on your thumbs. These are messages from your body. You are alive. You are awake. You've had a great start to your day. And you're ready to go ahead and have a wonderful day. Namaste.